the General Secretary of the NDC, saying that really Donald Trump is the NPP candidate, if you like. Well, he's won. Any thoughts?
Well, congratulations to him and the good people of America. I think the masses have spoken. 8 years of the Democrats. Obama did some good things, but they've had 8 years and Americans want change. They voted for change, so good on them.
Hoping for a repetition here?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. We're talking with Mrs. Samira Bawumiah. She is, of course, the wife of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumiah, the running mate of Nana Akufo-Addo of the NPP. And they've been working hard all year, campaigning around the country, hoping to win power in 2016. Now, there's a lot of interest generated around you, particularly recently, because you've been on platforms and said a few things that have captured the imagination of the crowds. And for me, someone who sadly wasn't around to witness the last two elections, in which I'm sure you played, a major role, I find you a bit of a revelation. But how come we don't hear as much from you? How come we haven't heard much from you until now?
Well, it's interesting that a lot of people are saying that, but I've worked very hard for this campaign. I strongly believe in Nana Akufo-Addo and the NPP policies that we're proposing. But a lot of the work I've done is in the back roads. I go to the rural areas, not where the spotlight is, where the issues really go down, where people have genuine concerns that need to be addressed. That's where I've been working. So it's a revelation, but I've been working really hard all this while.
Now, I was trying to learn a bit about you before you came through. And, of course, you had a career as a TV presenter for quite a while. Am I right?
Yes.
Do you miss that?
Yeah, sort of. Sometimes. When we started, in my time, I think I started around 2000, 2001, I'm not even sure. But yes, it wasn't as glamorous as it is now, so sometimes I wonder. But yes, it was good days. We met a lot of good people. I interviewed a lot of people, learned a lot on the job. But I'm happy doing what I do now.
Fair enough. Which is what exactly?
Which is being a good wife, a good mother, supporting the NPP, working hard for Nana Akufo-Addo.
Okay. In that order? I mean, you started from being a good wife. Is that the priority?
Well, I have a general philosophy that if it must be done, it's done well. So I give everything my best shot. So, yes, I'm married. I do what I ought to do. I'm a mother. I do what I ought to do. And I'm attached to this campaign, and I'm doing what I ought to do for the campaign as well. And I'm doing it gladly because I believe in it. I'm passionate about what I'm doing as well.
Now, there's a reason why I asked you that. You see, I've noticed that after your most recent soundbite, it seems a very diminishing expression for what you actually did, because it was a bit more than that, but
it was a lot more than that.
But after what you said most recently on the campaign platform, that we see you, but we see incompetence. After that, there was some, let's call it, reaction from the NDC. In particular, there was a Haji Buhari or somebody of that description, Sinari, who he went after you a little bit. Right. He said, well, basically called you a bad wife. I understand that you belong to a religion that kind of expects you to be in the background. Is that why we haven't heard much from you?
I wouldn't say that the religion expects me to be in the background. I mean, Islam is a lot of things, and Islam has been misrepresented in many ways. But I don't think I'm a bad Muslim. I don't think I'm doing anything anti-religious. There are a lot of women in the front line in religion. You know, Benazir Bhutto, she was leading a Muslim nation. You know, so it's not true in that sense. But the comments he made were unfortunate. I mean, I spoke on a platform. Everybody heard what I said. It was live telecast, and the sound bites are there. There was a deliberate attempt to misrepresent what I said, and they said I had called the president a certain word, and based on that, people were attacking me based on a false allegation. So people have... So it's not so much what I actually said. It is the misrepresentation that people have attacked. So they've not bothered to ascertain the truth of what I said. I mean, I'm not there to, insult any. It's not my style. I respect people. I appreciate what people do and the contributions they make. But we are in a campaign, and I go around, I meet people, I meet families hurting, I see pain, I see suffering. I'm a mother, I'm a woman. I tune into that. So when I speak of the hardships, when I speak of what Ghanaians are going through, I think that the government should be gracious to accept criticism from the people. Look, we're investing, we pay for their luxuries, we give them what they have. The people pay for government. So when people speak, they should have the humility to listen and not to insult us Ghanaians for complaining. If there are genuine answers to what we're asking, they should give it to us. But this idea of attacking people because they question what government is doing, for me, I think it's undermining democracy. If you ask for people's mandate and people give it to you, you ought to account to the people. And that starts from answering questions that people have. So for me, I speak with a lot of passion. I really want to see change. I really want to see government affecting people positively. And in a lot of cases, you don't see that. I go to villages and I'm wondering, am I in Ghana? You know what I mean? So I'm passionate about what I'm doing, and I believe that we have a lot of answers and solutions to many of the problems.
To be fair, those weren't questions you were asking, were they? I see incompetence, I see corruption.
Right, but I'm just saying that sums up what the questions Ghanaians have, or the issues that Ghanaians are dealing with today. Do you understand? The question of corruption, that is not a question anymore. It's been established that there's been so many scandals, there's been a lot of corruption, and we don't see an honest attempt at dealing with it. We've seen people being rewarded, people who've hitherto been accused of stuff, maybe not punished for it, or not even, but people who even, there's a cloud of corruption around them, they've ended up being rewarded by government. And that bothers me as a taxpayer, or as somebody who believes that government should be working for the poor people. Because whatever you steal from people, or whatever we lose from corruption, it causes the death of somebody in the hospital. I have an unfortunate incident. My sister-in-law died at Tamale Teaching Hospital because they had just the one oxygen tank. She was in, it's sad that I have to recount this story, but so these are some of the first-hand things that we experienced. She was in a coma of some sort after an accident, and she was recovering. They took the tank off her to give to somebody, and then when she was gasping and they went to try and negotiate for the tank, for me, these are the sort of things that worry me. And so if I see that millions are going down the drain from overpricing of contract, I feel like that is where we're losing our people. People die because there are no medicines in the hospital. That bothers me. That child is sitting on the floor in the classroom. That bothers me. So I speak with a lot of passion because I really care about where we are going as a nation. We need leadership that cares about the people. So when I say that, it reflects the mood of the people. And that is why it resonated with people, because that's what we see. That's what we see. That's what we are feeling as a people. So yes, there are a few people who are enjoying the largesse of the state, and so they're insulated from these hardships, or they're, or they don't want to see it. But I see it, and a lot of Ghanaians see it.
We're talking to Mrs. Samira Bawumiah. We're getting to know her. And yeah, it's quite interesting. Now, another thing I discovered about you is that you were quite a brilliant student, quite academically accomplished. You went to Gimpa, right?
Yes.
A first class, best student, all of that business. And I also learned that you graduated the same year as the First Lady, Mrs. Lordina Mahama. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, good. So were you like mates? Were you doing the same course?
No, I believe she did something in governance and leadership. I'm not quite sure. But I did an MBA in project management. Indeed. Well, I think I kind of surprised myself because I'd been out of school for quite a while. I finished uni in 2000. And I've been home. I did a little business after uni because I wanted to be self-employed. I knew that I wanted to be a full-time mom of some sort. So I didn't go into the corporate world. I immediately after uni started a business. And then after 2008, I'd always thought I'll go back to school, but after 2008, I decided to go back to school to do my master's.
This is after you got married, right?
Oh, yes. I got married in 2004.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I'd had my kids, and I went back to school for that. And it was interesting because I had been so out of the loop for so long. I used to joke that, and actually it was quite true, when I would write S, I would end up writing M or something. My brain was all out of whack. But I looked forward to it because I started school very early. I went to Form 1 at 10. I finished my O-level at 14, A-level at 16. By 20, I had finished uni. I felt a bit rushed. I didn't feel like I was into it. So going back to school, it was on my own terms. I felt I was ready. So it was a pleasant surprise. We thank God for that.
So what was the end goal? You went and did an MBA, project management. Was there a particular career or business venture or something that you wanted to use this for? Well,
okay. Like I said, I know that I want to be a full-time mom as much as possible whilst my kids are young. And I have a 3-year-old, so he's my youngest. So it's just more of building myself and growing as a person for now whilst I see my kids through their early years. And then later we see where life takes us.
Okay, so you have plans for later?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, tell us about them.
I'll tell you later.
All right, so you did the MBA and did well. Now, tell us a little bit about your husband. We know him as a politician. We know him as an economist and an accomplished person in the financial sector. And he's done well for himself, worked at the Bank of Ghana, at AFDB and all of that business. But what kind of husband is he?
Well, he's a great man. He loves his family. He's a good man. He's a good man. I remember when I met him and when we decided to get married.
Don't jump the whole story. You met him and then what happened? Does he have lyrics?
Well, obviously he got me, didn't he? He must have done something right. Yeah, so I remember this very well. I called up my best friend. She was out of town at the time. She had traveled for a while. And I said, we're getting married. And let's just go. I said, look, he's a good man. And I believe that he's a good man all around. I mean, he's got a good heart. He's got a good heart.
How does he feel about this role that you're playing more and more of, being out in the front? How does he feel about that?
He's good with that. He's also, I tease him that he lives to work. He's also very passionate about what he does. I mean, this man came from America to Ghana. He returned to Ghana, and he took up a job which was, you could say, like a demotion from where he was, but he just came to serve his country. He wanted to be part of, the macroeconomic, intellectual, whatever. He went to the bank. He started very low. So it tells you the sort of person he is. He wants to contribute. So he didn't start obviously as a politician, but he wanted to serve